a small meditation, and Tapesh went all the way to Samadhi, and I had to go back to astral world and bring him back because his work here in the world is still not over. Tapesh, back to you. Could you please continue? You were saying that you were in your 20s and you asked your mom for 1 million or I don't know how many million lira, which is $1,500.
My family was in education.
Yeah.
And there is a place called Miasto in Italy, in Tuscany, and actually is the biggest science center in Europe, even in the world, probably. So at the time they asked me what I want to do. I said I want my education with Osho, with Bhagwan. So they give me the money to go to get a residence, to become a resident in Miasto. So meanwhile I was in Miasto, I decided that I want to go to meet him personally. So I asked them if I could go. I did the application and they sent me, yes, you can come. At the time, $1 was 1,600 lira, so it was very expensive. But I managed to put my money together. I work in an Italian restaurant in Hamburg. I had the money to go to see Osho. So that's how I managed to reach Oregon.
So Miyazo is still, the commune is still there, and this was been there from 70s, 80s?
It was there for sure 81, yeah.
81, wow. That survived the crusade of the time.
Yeah, they managed. There was a time they want to close, Sheila want to close the commune, and Osho said no. I remember we were at the second year at the festival. I remember that one.
Last week, do you know Vidya? He do the Sufi meditation. He was performing the meditation in Nepal as well. Swami Vidya.
Yeah. Yes, he's also, he was in India many times. I met him personally, yes. Yeah. Very beautiful man, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about your first meeting with Osho in person.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a story now.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful story, actually. Do you notice that there was a time that Osho was coming with a car, and there were like 1,000 of sannyasi all in orange and play music in the street?
Yeah, it was crazy. I've seen in Wild Country.
So, the son of the owner at the time of Miasto, Pratiti or Prapati, I think Pratiti, now she left her body a long time ago already. So the son, Chitananda, and his girlfriend, Indian girlfriend, I don't remember her name. They were working in Vilmarkirti. Vilmarkirti it was a place where you bring clothes and like a storage. And they were there outside of Vilmarkirti, and they play a song in the street, and Osho stopped. Bhagwan. So the next day he came to us, to me, Darshano, and then there was another guy that Darshano told me when I met him in California a few years ago, a musician, but I don't remember his name, from Sicily. He's gonna come the name now, slowly. And Chitananda said, you know what, guys? I was playing guitar and Osho stopped. He opened the window. Do you like to come tomorrow, see if maybe he stops? There I am. He had the guitar. Darshano, Italian, I remember. That's the people I remember. Maybe there were maybe one or two more, but so. And we play a song, L'uva pocherina. It's like Italian song from Calabria. And me, I had 2 pieces of stick like this. And Osho stopped. Opened the window with his grace. And we were like going crazy, and I was like beating. And he looked at my eyes. And there was so much energy there that this young boy could not handle it. So I thought, I closed my eyes, and Bhagwan is gonna go now. I closed my eyes, still dancing and singing Luva Pocarina. I opened my eyes, and he was still there. And you notice his eyes, that yes, it is mischievous eyes, he smiled, and then he left. So I've been waiting there until I opened my eyes again. Because probably knew that I couldn't, it was too much energy for me that, you know, it was my first meeting with Osho.
Wow. That was in Rajneeshpuram.
Rajneeshpuram 83, yes.
And is there where you got your sannyas, or you already was sannyas?
I took sannyas name the year before in Villa Bella. It was beautiful villa, Italian villa in North Italy, outside of Torino. But let me tell you, after that second day, every day more people came, and then Osho started coming and stopped to everybody and sing, and it was a festival. It was during the lunchtime. So we had the lunch, then, you know, we were going to the lake, and then go, and Bhagwan was coming, and was yeah, long queue, kilometer of, then we start to give him a rose flower on his car, and it was just a festival, a celebration.
What was it like living in the ranch?
Well, you know, for me, it was really like, I love it. It was like you work 12 hours a day, but I mean, I was young also, so, but full of energy. And then in the night, we go to the discotheque, and there were all kinds of things happening there. And I like the mandir also, where sometimes Osho was coming to meditate in silence with us. It still had this mystic feeling also in the ranch, yes.
And you lived there for how long?
3-4 months.
For a month. Wow.
Yeah. And then they asked me if I want to stay longer, but a small sponge like me at the time, I was 22, I could not absorb more than this. And I said, okay, now it's time that I needed to absorb all what I got here, the information. I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, it was like, it was very high class food, and was like, there was the magic of the bushes, of the freshness, and the space, and the high quality, especially 83, 84, there was really high quality in everything, in all details. Yeah. We were building up hotel and all kind of lakes, and I mean, from the desert, it was magic. Organic food, you know. Osho has been an inspiration for the new humanity. Imagine 82, where we are talking about organic food and all the highest quality of life and meditation and inside the learning inside of yourself. I mean, you know.
Can you, like in Wild Wild Country, they talk about a lot of the crazy thing, like what used to happen in the ranch. Can you describe any like crazy thing that you find or you experience?
I did not experience anything. I only experienced beauty there. I heard that there was something happening in political thing, but in my life, no. I think that is a wild, wild country. It is like, imagine a beautiful painting of Van Gogh. And then on the painting, a small mosquito goes on the top. And then you zoom the mosquito, zoom, zoom, zoom. And the mosquito becomes so big, and this beautiful painting disappeared. That's what they did with this movie. They completely forgot the vastness and the beauty. There is no words of the work that Osho did it and doing. There is no word. We can only have a gratefulness above to his feet. I only have a word for it, grace. Only word I have there for grace. So yeah, I do. There was like, we are human beings, we were growing. And when you grow, they especially went in silence. You see, I went there in Osho commune at the time of transition when Osho left India because I want to go to India, but he moved, right?
Mm, mm.
So I was in the between. It is a transition. No, their only gratefulness is for Osho.
So when you, yeah, sorry to interrupt. So what happened after you come back from the Rajneeshpuram? Because
So
your journey didn't end it there.
no, I went to. I have a long story. We needed 3 lifetime to record me, but let's make short. I went to Hamburg,
Mm,
and I went to live in the commune in Hamburg. Yeah,
mm,
we had 2 discotheques there. We were 140,000, 140 people, and we had all from all over the world, Brazilian, from everywhere, and we had different business and restaurant. We were really sharing the grace of Osho. It was
mm.
beautiful. Yeah.
So one thing that many people ask, or many people are still many new sannyasin don't know, is like at that time during 70s, 80s, all over the world and Europe, there were many commune or center, also center all over the Europe, and a lot of place in the world. And what happened? Where they disappear now? Because now only I think few are left in Europe. What happened?
I think at a certain point, I mean, I can talk about only about my experience.
Mhm.
A certain point, the Osho, it is inside of each of us.
Mm.
And you can need organize a center because people, they need a space to meditate, but especially the people that are with Osho, they've been with Osho physically, they like to sing their song the way they perceive Osho and not organized Osho, you see?
Mm.
When I learn all the modalities of what I'm sharing now, I did not want to go through the office. I want to share the way I perceive Osho. We are all different, you see. When a rays of the sun hits Tapesh and hits Prem, the rays is the same, but the outcome of the rays comes different, you see. Tapesh
Mm.
comes out and Prem gets shine out, you see.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned during the world tour, you again meet also in Crete, in Greece, during the world tour. Can you tell more about your journey from Crete to Pune?
That's an that I have from that time. Beautiful. But no, before I want to tell you one more things. How long do we have there? How long do we have time?
We still have 40 minutes.
Okay. So I came back. I went to Berlin to work there, to work and live in the commune there. And I was just when Sheila happened, everything happened, right?
Yeah.
So then I went back to Hamburg after this. And meanwhile, I heard that Osho was traveling 21 countries. And he was in Crete, Angel Nicholas. So I went to the managers of the commune in Hamburg. I don't want to say the name. And I asked them, why we don't make a turn? We work in the discotheque, we keep the business alive, but we go to visit Osho because Osho is in Crete. And they were not interested. They told me that if I want to go to visit him, I will lose my part of the discotheque because after Sheila, we split all the business. So I had a part of the discotheque, Atisha. was worth 50,000 Deutschmark at the time on my part.
Wow.
So you lose, and then you don't need to come back to the commune, you have to go back to your country, because they try to send everybody out back home. They pay the ticket. And I say, okay, I live in Crete. So they pay me 800 mark, Deutsche Mark, to go the ticket to Crete. I had 800 Deutsche Mark because the commune at the time want to pay me the contact lens. I
Yeah.
never. And my girlfriend borrowed me 300 Deutsche Mark. So I had some money and I left everything behind and I went to see Osho in Angel Nicholas. And I traveled 2 days through Yugoslavia. It was still like February, March, and it was cold and the train and it was snowing around. When I reached there, Osho was talking under a beautiful tree, olive tree. And there were like maybe 30 people. And I managed to enter. Meanwhile, he was talking there. And I had a little bit like, I was feverish a bit and sad and scared because I left my security. But as soon as I entered, Osho saw somebody come in, one look, all the fear, all the fever, everything was gone. I was online again with the master. And we spent 15 beautiful days. I think 15, 20, I don't remember the time now, it's irrelevant. But yeah. Then one day he did not talk. And I went to the beach near Angel Nicholas. And it was like a day that it was cloudy, a little bit cold. We were some sannyasin there, you know. And I had the feeling I want to go back. And I asked a checking from a friend. I said, can you take me back home? Because we came by taxi, right? And the taxi said to me, you know what? I took your master in the car when he arrived here. So you are sitting where the master was sitting. I don't know, but it's true what I'm saying. So I go back, and meanwhile I was going back, I met Manisha, the dancer. She said, Tapesh, you need to go to the villa because they are arresting Osho. I said, what? I couldn't believe it. So I ran there, and Osho was just coming out. I still have a picture also there. Somebody sent it to me after many years. And they took him by car, a white car. He was in the middle. There was the Merito, the doctor, another person, and the policeman driving him. We followed it with a taxi behind the car of Osho, and the taxi driver didn't want to come close because we tried to bribe him with a dragma to please stay, follow Osho, follow Osho. No, the police give me a bill. You know. But in the end, we lost him. And then a certain moment, while we were traveling, we saw the car stop there. So we came out from the car, running. I was in the car with one Italian military, imagine he was military, one doctor with his child, and one Swiss girl, blonde. You see, you can see in the picture that I will send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go there, and what I saw, so we went to greeting Osho like this. I was crying because I was sad that he was taking away. And there was the boyfriend of this girl that was in my taxi, Swiss guy, under the car of the police, and the police tried to pull him out. And Osho was smiling. He had a really smile in his face. And yeah. So then they managed to convince him to come out. We follow him, and we managed to reach at the boat, where the port of the boat. So I came out straight away, and I stayed close to Osho, and I put myself against the police to let Osho passing through. And for the first time, I had the master so close to me. It was so beautiful. And for a split of seconds, so the police, there was few people around, Nivedano, Kavishan, few people, and this girl from Switzerland, this blonde girl that I sent you the picture, she had the courage to take his hands. I didn't have the courage to do it. So she entered with Osho. And of course, the closest disciple we are not so happy about. She entered with Osho. The newspaper arrived, local newspaper, and you can see the picture. I will send it to you. They were interviewing him, and they save actually him because they want to send Osho by boat through Egypt. So they were negotiating to let him go by plane. So Osho comes, so he goes in the room. Mamrito closes the door. There is white glass in front of me at this point. Osho comes for a toilet. He comes out, wash his hands, drink his glass. And meanwhile, he was drinking his glass. It was such like, it looks like so an eternity. The time stopped. Then we look at each other basically. And I did like this. And him with his smile, fresh, or as always, he did like this. So beautiful. This is my little darshan with Osho, no? I had a few like this. And thank you to ask me because these they've been always stored in my heart, in the memory of the heart. And now it's nice to share this with you guys. And yeah, very simple, but not verbal, but a lot of like connection this way. Then he entered in the room and we wait there maybe for 1 or 2 hours outside. We dance. Nivedano arrived, one friend of mine, Kavisha, and other people arrived already. We were singing Osho songs until it started to rain. Osho closed the window, he rested, I don't know a long time, but quite a few hours, yeah? And then at a certain point, Arup arrived also. And then at a certain moment, he comes out from the room. And he comes out like, he looks so graceful, so restful. Because it was raining, I take my towel, I dry the floor for Osho. And then, and all of us, we had all the towel, we dried the, because he was the Lord, the King for us, that is the King. And yeah, then the car took him to the airport. So we followed we did not know where it was going. So we followed the taxi again, and it was in the airport. At the airport, there were so many people, even from Angelo Nicholas, normal people, not sannyasi, with roses, with a guitar, and singing and celebrating this amazing miracle called Bhagwan. Then he left, and I don't know when we're going to meet him again. Yeah.
And then you moved back to Pune, or what happened?
I started in Florence with a friend of mine. That is a beloved friend, Sujan. We spend a lot of sometimes together in this journey. We found ourselves in Florence. I had no penny, but my friend also no penny. Another friend had a restaurant. Still, he was trembling. We were really shaking. And strangely, today I was thinking about, strangely, in Angelo Nicholas had such an atmosphere. When Osho left, it looked everything normal again. I don't know if it was my impression or really the grace of Osho. This you can decide. But sadly, the next day, it looked like, you know, when there is a lover of you and everything looks bright and beautiful and romantic, and then when your lover goes, everything looks like a beautiful place, Angelo Nicholas on the seaside. But the magic, the grace was gone. So we found in Florence, and I was like, I did not know what to do. I went back in Hamburg to pick up my last things, and then I went to Munich and worked in the Osho discotheque, Far Out Disco, for 5 months. And I made enough money to be ready when Osho in Pune. Because my friend in Hamburg, he was from Sujan, that we were in Hamburg together. He told me, because he was in Bombay. Osho was in Bombay. He said, "Don't come. He's gonna move soon. We don't know yet." But so I wait until he said, I said, "I cannot wait anymore. I'm gonna come." So I went to Bombay. I reached there at the 6th night. And the guy from the hotel said, "Baba," was my first time in India, no? "Baba, your guru, taxi, gone, Pune." So we went in Pune. He reached there at 6 o'clock. I reached there at 9 o'clock. The 7th of January, 1987. Beautiful
1987. 1987.
6th January 87.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel very hot in my heart right now while I'm talking like this.
We feel that too.
Yeah.
A lot of the people, our viewers, are feeling very meditative and they are loving your energy, every words you are saying, Tapesh.
There is one question, Tapesh, from the Facebook Live. They said, "Can you please ask about the time where Osho made you pregnant?" She meant from transmission, not literally.
Yeah, this is Anuk Devi.
Oh, yeah. Lao Tzu the other day. Lao Tzu, like we were in Pune, we were building up already. Chaitanya and other people, they put money together to create a beautiful gathering. I remember one sannyasi Swami from India, he offered donation to all the white marble floor. But meanwhile, we are waiting, and we have a meeting with Bhagwan. I like to call Bhagwan, and then of course Osho, but Bhagwan it's at the time. And we had this small meeting in Lao Tzu. And after the discourse, I was very close that night. I don't know what happened. I came out and I said to my friend, some sannyasi, an Italian friend, they came to Pune because I became sannyasi. They also came to visit me, then they became sannyasi. We were at a train station at the moment, and I said to them, Osho put me pregnant. I don't know, I feel pregnant of something. It was a transmission, probably, the words. But I said in that way, it came out like this. And then I just forgot about it. But then when when I was 50, I started to teach Alchemy of Touch. So because many times I ask myself, especially after disco, why me? I remember coming out of the disco very happy on the bicycle in Pune. I ask myself, why me? What is life give to me? All this. Probably because I need to share something of him. I'm a little party cell of Osho. It needed to be shared. Osho is so vast, and each of us, we can share something of him, a little ray of him. Yeah. And I'm very grateful. And when I'm sharing, when I teach, I feel his presence very strong. Yeah.
Tapesh, yeah, our viewer has the same question that you probably may have answered. Moon Miracle from Australia is asking, how do you live Osho these days? Do you miss him or feel him around? I'm wondering how a person once in his presence feel when he's not in body.
Oh, I went through the, when he left his body, I went through that stage. I can tell you, my friend, the golden age is now.
Mm.
I can tell you that he's here with you, with me, and with all the people that loves the truth. He's here, shining brighter than ever. I can guarantee. And when he left Osho his body, before he left his body, until the last day I was there with him, yeah? He said, I am your friend, Maitreya. With his message. And I heard him so strongly. In my sharing, my teaching with Alchemy of Touch, it's very difficult to understand the thesis, but try to get me. There is a teacher teaching without the teacher. Teaching happens, but I'm not identified with the teacher. I want to bring a different, now the humanity needs friends. It doesn't need it is a figure in front of you that you are higher than me, or it is I do not believe it. I enter completely in a different era. Teaching without the teacher. Because I'm not identified with the teaching, the teacher, the play of the teacher, the role of the teacher. Shining back the light that you are. You understand me?
Yes, kind of, yeah. I don't fully understand you, but I know what you are trying to imply, that you have immersed yourself 25 years in his teaching, that teacher disappear, it's become all of you. Is that what you are trying to say?
Osho said everything. He's the master. He's the master of the master. He said everything is so vast his teaching that the teacher is already there.
Mm.
You understand? When I'm sharing something of me as a reflection of what I learned and I got from Osho, I'm not identified that I'm a teacher.
Mm. Mm.
Just
yeah. There is one more question from the comment from Biren Mehta. He said, you have described very well about Wild Wild Country by analogy of mosquito and painting. Would you like to comment why people want to enlarge the mosquito through that sort of thing like Wild Wild Country? So he's basically asking why people only see the mosquito, not the whole painting.
well, if you know how it goes. The world goes for the sensation. If you go for truth, you go beyond the sensation. If you go for sensation, sensation is a part of the ego. It's never going to be fulfilled. You want more sensation, more sensation, more sensation. Fear sensation sells. The truth, only few people are looking for. You know, when I was in Pune, they talk about Osho, this and that. I was living there every day, the grace, the beauty. And I read in the newspaper, was like, oh my God, you know, it looks like we are doing I don't know what, you know. And there was
sorry to interrupt. So what happened? You live in Pune for till 2000. What was it like after Osho left the body? Was it normal? Everything was just like the same?
for some time, yes, until the festival came. You know, we had the festival to celebrate Osho death in 91. Osho left the body in 91. And I have the video, it's amazing. You can really see the amazing, beautiful people, the power of Osho. Then there was a Buddha field after 6 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was a festival called Buddha Field Explosion. After that, it became a resort. So we were going slowly changing, you know, in a transformation there. The Buddha field became a resort. The resort helps. I don't say that it's wrong, you know, it's one expression of Osho. I don't want to be in contrast with these people. But more than a resort, I will call, if you want to make an explosion of the Buddha field, from the Buddha field to field of Buddhas, not resort. Make a field of Buddhas where people recognize their own truth, their own. Because before it was the Buddha, the field of Buddha, I transform in field of Buddhas. Because we need to grow. We need to grow at the feet and the grace of Osho. We cannot deny our growth. So when you were going to the ashram at the time, and you say, I realized something, they take you pass away. So what I'm doing here? And I don't say that they're wrong. They're trying to contain and to do their job, because Osho needs all of us in a different way. Yeah, but it was not resonate with me. It was not resonate with me. I greeting them and I say, thank you so much, but it's not my place anymore. Life continue. Let other people come in. So I had a few years of, I didn't know how to place myself, what to do. It was a bit painful also.
Now you are in Thailand, and I think you are teaching and growing at the same time with your whatever you learned through Osho and other teaching, through alchemy of touch and transformation. You have been doing this for more than 25, 30 years. And I saw the picture of you and Mantachia. Were you also teaching him, or were he also trying to come and help you? Can you describe?
No, I was to the garden at his place. I don't remember the name now, Art of Garden. Or, yes, Ashram, not Ashram, a place, a resort outside of Chennai, and through friends. Yeah, you know, we had lunch together 2 times, and then he asked me if I could give him a treatment, and yeah. So I did. And then invited me to very gently say if I wanted to teach Alchemy of Touch there, but it was not in line of at the time for my work. I was working at different places, so I could not really do it.
So at the moment, are you like, if people want to find you, is it Thailand they have to come and see you, or you travel all around the world?
No, actually, we give trainings in Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
in Switzerland, and in Italy. We give trainings everywhere, yeah. And then in Thailand right now. I teach in India for 9 years.
Wow.
It was beautiful, yeah. And I don't know if you saw the picture on the website, how many beautiful souls came to Alchemy of Touch. They're still coming.
Yeah, I
asked myself, how does happen this, you know?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's so beautiful. And not only people, they want to learn massage. There are people, they drive airplane, they are lawyer, they're general of the armies in Russia, and photo model, a painter. You can, amazing.
Tapesh, we spoke to Anubuddha Lee recently.
Yeah.
And he said you are very successful at what you do, and you also learned from Anubuddha Lee some time back. He was one of your teacher. Anubuddha was one of your teacher. And
yeah,
you are very good at what you do. You are very successful. We want to know how this alchemy of touch developed. It says you and your partner, Anup Devi, started this. In this age, when we know so little about the body, when people hate their body instead of love their body, and we are having all kinds of ailments, illness. How is this going to be beneficial? Can you share us some things about alchemy of touch?
Comes back again to Osho. The body is more wiser than the mind. So if you want to start a journey, start with the body. Then you go to the mind, relax the mind, then relax the heart. Start from the body. So in Alchemy of Touch, we include all these three passages. And but for me, what happened that after I did so many trainings, I was feeling tired when I was giving session. So I needed to retouch a little bit of techniques to reach the same or even deeper at the result, but with no effort at all. And then after the no effort, I reach a moment that I transmit emptiness, because ultimately we're made out of void. I tell you one episode about Osho before we keep on going. So we were in Lao Tzu, and this episode has been giving me and changing me. I did not recognize at the time, but if I look now, I can see that the transmission bit by bit has been, and this is just a little bit, because I have many different episodes, but we don't have enough time. We were in Lao Tzu again. This is a small gathering, but small, but under 50 people, something. And I was very close that day again for some reason. Osho finished the discourse in Namaste, with his beautiful smile, as usual. And from the back side, somebody started to scream, started to stand up. The guard went to hold him. And I was not interested about the guy. I want to see Osho reaction. I look at his eyes, and there was nobody there. It was only the void. At that moment, I was like, wow, he's here and he's not here. Only the void is there. Then I recognized that we are made out of void. And actually what we do everything to avoid the void. But the moment we recognize that we are made out of emptiness, this void, we are back home. And then from there, all the grace can come out, can be expressed. That moment, it was another transmission of Osho. His eyes were empty. Beautiful, vast emptiness. This is true.
Whew. What would you do if Osho was in physical body today?
Excuse me?
What would you do if Osho was present in the physical body?
Well, you cannot answer this, but for sure, if the master is alive, what you want to do? With him, you know, I gave everything to be close to Osho. There was nothing else than to be with him. What you want more? This happened 2,500 years, lifetime, that you can meet a miracle like Osho. What else you can do? Nothing. But I want to go back to Anubuddha. Yes, it was 89 and 90, and it was the year when Osho left his body, actually. Yeah, January. So I was doing a rebalancing. There was Anubuddha, Satyarthi, Kokila, many therapists. Every 3 days comes a new teacher for 4 months. So long journey. And then I did assisting the next year, another 4 months. So I really got formed. We were doing all kind of meditation and therapy, not only body work, and we were doing inner woman, inner man, primal. It was like a big, big journey, dynamic meditation, and also speaking until he left. Or speaking, satsang, because he was not speaking anymore at the time already. Yeah. But Anubuddha, he inspired me very much. I thank him from my heart and all the teacher that they, yeah, I'm very grateful.
I think we are almost to our end now. I'll wrap up with a few questions. What do you want to say to all the new and old Osho sannyasin and Osho lover around the world?
Use the technique. Your technique is no meditation. The technique is to prepare you for meditation. And once you recognize your inner self, share with others. Love Osho. Be grateful to Osho. There is so much to, I told you, it's like, wow, vastity. But don't be identified, I'm a sannyas, because then it creates a separation with other people. And like I say, there is Osho flavor, there is different flavors. So don't get identified with a flavor. Be vast. So you can say I'm Osho sannyas because you identified, you are the grace of this flavor, but don't get stuck there. We are all sannyas in the world. Then you open Osho in big vastity. In Alchemy of Touch, that's what happened. People comes for Alchemy of Touch, and then they met Osho, and they are very grateful. In Alchemy of Touch, I tell you, it's something beautiful happening there. If you need some attention, we fill up with love and attention, and we create your ego. We form your ego. But if you have already established ego, that you are full of ego, we help you to dissolve the ego. You see? So there is two types of work. Depends which person you need. If somebody is so successful in life and so full of himself, then he can take rest and just be normal and can be graceful. It can be childlike, not childish, childlike. Yeah? And be easy. Don't get identified with. But if somebody needs attention, encouragement, we help them too. Yeah.
This is related to what you do, alchemy of thoughts. So, like thoughts is very important. Like if there was this study, if the child is not taught properly, or there is no love or touch, there is like a stagnant in his or her growth. So what is your, as we grow older and older, we start to lose that connection with our body and thoughts. We try to judge ourselves, like I'm not this and that. What is your advice for, this is one question, three questions in one. What is your advice for single people, a couple, and people who are going through divorce or separation or a breakup, on how they can love themselves or touch their body, or your thoughts on that?
Yeah, lots of questions. How long? How much time?
Now 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, if you want to live in horizontal world, then yeah, there's all these complications can happen. But if you want to live in vertical world, then you start to love yourself, start to love your body. I mean, who else can touch first? Yourself. Beautiful, look, so close, so near, you see? Yeah. I love myself. I love Tapesh. I love Tapesh. If you say I love Tapesh only by words, from the mind to the body it takes a long time. But if you embody it and you say I love Tapesh, I love Tapesh, it goes into the body. You see that? Touch yourself. I touch myself. Yeah. Again, rather one more question. Because you went too far, so you have to split it.
Oh, so yeah, like you are good with thoughts and body work. So like this is a bit deep. Like how can one make them, like if you are a couple and you want to get good in your relationship, like how can you satisfy your partner or yourself through thoughts?
Well, you know, I have a dream.
Mm.
Dream is that everybody in the house should have a massage table.
Mm.
And I'm refining technique so skillful, but so simple at the same time. Sophisticated, simple at the same time, that anybody can use. So if your father have a pain in the lower back, you don't have to go to the specialist. With this technique, you can release a pain there. Or you can give some stroke to make relax the person or to melt the body. So each of us, in all the houses, when the people get touched, the nerve system relax, a lot of blah, blah, blah from the man, it disappears. You see? So each house, they should have a massage table and touch each other. Then the meditation comes more easy, more simple. So let's make this place, this world, a touchable world, because the touch has got misunderstood. There is a touch, a sexual touch, a medical touch, but what about meditative and, of course, technical, but meditative at the same time? So the medical and the meditative touch meet together with a refined work, but for everybody.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing, the best.
So here is one question from Madhu Hein right. I think, I don't know, he's also Nasin. He says, I'm alone, but I have a massage chair.
I'm alone.
I'm alone, but I have a massage chair.
Massage?
Chair.
Yeah.
Massage table. He has a massage table. What can he do?
Massage table. You know, if you know how to give a massage, a good massage, a meditative massage, a skillful massage, professional massage, everybody loves you. Like if you know how to cook, if you know to give session massage, if you know how to play guitar, you get invited from everybody.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, call somebody and keep on touch. We need to touch more in this planet. Talk less and touch more.
Tapesh.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tapesh, before we go, I wanted to ask you, where can we find more about Alchemy of Touch? I see that you have a website, you have a YouTube and a Facebook page. Where can we learn about Alchemy of Touch and the body work? And where can the viewers find it?
Well, you have to go to the Alchemy of Touch. There is like the programs and everything. And we're going to put more video soon, professional video, because you can really see that the touch can be very artistic. You see, when I touch, and with movement and stillness and fluidity, I work the cells of the body, they are kind of dancing. It's
I've seen that you make people
You're like
literally
a painter.
Painter,
yes.
Yeah, you're like a painter painting, an artist doing his art, a poet doing his
Really.
poem.
So with the movement, and you do the technique in a certain way, it becomes a dance, a musical. You drop music in the cells of the body. At that moment, the cells of the body start to relax, and then the still point comes in. When the still point comes in, you recognize the essence that you are, a pure presence, a luminous presence. So for me, it's just a way, a doorway to bring you back home in artistic way, not medical, not, you know what I mean? I love it. Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we have to wrap it up. Thanks for coming to our show, Tapesh. We'd like to invite you again in future, and it was a beautiful sharing. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
I thank you so much. And from this video, if whatever I've been said and comes to you some question to refine more and more the answer, because you cannot say everything in one moment, you see? You just ask me privately and we can continue sharing with each other. because I try to bring the vastity of episodes in one little words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go, I'd like to do one meditation or one technique that I learned from this small kid about thoughts. He showed me this technique, how to touch and love your body. So if you have somebody close by, give them a gentle push, or if there is nobody, just give yourself a gentle push and place yourself hand in the heart and have a long breath. And I was told that any good speech or satsang should not only move people, but should touch their heart. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tapesh. We'd like to have you again pretty soon and maybe see you.
You're beautiful, guys. Keep on shining, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing Osho's in this
Thank
way.
you. Next time we'll want you and Anuk, and it would be full massage and how to touch kind of conversation or session, along with the massage table.
Thank you.
So,